Hello MP Sir, this is Roy Hammond, also known to many of you as MP Roy. I'm going to be doing a short series of tutorial videos, and these videos are going to be for the permissionsEX permission system. I'm going to try and break this down for someone who has never used any sort of permission system and make this simple. So the first video that I'm going to do today is going to be simply getting the plugin installed, making sure you have the right version, which has become more important with the way that Bucket has changed the way they handle things. So I'm going to assume that you already know how to get logged into your console. So if we go to our file manager, it's going to take a second, but eventually we'll get there. If we go to our file manager, we'll see that, whoops, I already installed them. So at this point we have no plugins whatsoever. So we actually want to install permissionsEX. So let's go to plugins.bucket.org. On a normal basis, you would be able to use our plugins manager, which would install the latest recommended build of permissionsEX. However, due to the recent update to Bucket, that version of permissionsEX is slightly out of date, so we're going to need to use what's known as a development build. So if we type permissionsEX in the search bar for plugins.bucket.org, the first thing that comes up is permissionsEX. So let's go ahead and click on that. Once this page comes up, you'll see a wealth of information, including a short video that shows you how to set things up, but I'm going to try to do it a little bit more simply. You also see a wiki. This here is what we want. The development version, mostly stable. So if we click on this, we'll see that it's downloaded a zip. Now the zip file is not what we want to upload to the server. Instead, we want to unzip it. I used a program called iZark. Your process is going to be similar no matter what you use. If you use WinZip, it's going to be something similar. So you want to extract the file. This is going to give you, I've already extracted it, so you'll see this is going to give you 3 plugins. A .jar is the actual code, the actual plugin that makes up what the plugin does. permissionsEX is the main one that we want. So with MPServe's file manager, you can simply drag and then drop the file into your plugins folder. Modify World is a bundled plugin, and what this does is it allows you to delegate which groups can actually build in your world and which groups can't. It has many other features, but if you don't have a group that you don't want to allow to build anywhere, then you don't necessarily need Modify World. Chat Manager is also a bundled plugin, and what this does is if you do not have another chat manager, for instance Essentials Chat, then you can use permissionsEX included chat manager. So since we don't have any other plugins, we're going to go ahead and use this. So now we've added the plugins, but this is only one step. Now that we've added the jars, go back to your console. You'll see that we were up and running when I did this, and this is going to have no effect until we restart. So go ahead and restart your server. Anytime you install a new plugin, watch your console as it starts up. This is going to let you know if something went wrong. If you start seeing red or various errors, then you'll know that something went wrong with the install. So now that we've restarted, if we go back to our file manager, you'll have to excuse me, the snow from Christmas is slowing me down just a wee bit. You'll see that instead of just the 2 jars, we now have 2 folders. These folders contain the configuration files for the plugins that we just installed. In this case, we don't have another chat manager like Essentials Chat. So what we want to do is enable chat manager. Normally, to enable something, you simply change the option from false to true. Now if we go back to our console, since we've made a change, we're going to need to restart one more time. At this point, permissionsEX is fully installed and running perfectly. In my next tutorial video, I'm going to show you how to configure and set up different groups, different prefixes, and add permissions. Thanks for watching and stay tuned for more videos.